And welcome in, everyone, to our Cracked Racquets coverage of the 2023 NCAA Division I Women's Team Championships. Alex Gruskin joined once again by my partner in crime, the professor, the lean, mean vegan machine, Chris Halioris, to take in what is one of two NCAA women's semifinals happening on the grounds right now here at the USTA National Campus in Lake Nona. Of course, to all of you who joined us earlier today for our D1 men's quarterfinals, welcome back. To any new viewers we picked up along the way, we have a phenomenal evening of tennis planned for all of you to enjoy. Of course, the other semifinal, UNC versus Georgia, that's available exclusively on Tennis Channel. Here on our Cracked Racquets broadcast, in my opinion, we get the better of the two matches. The one matchup we haven't seen already this season, that of course is the battle between the third-seeded NC State Wolfpack, the seventh-seeded Stanford Cardinal, and we talk about this theme all the time here at Cracked Racquets. New blood versus blue blood. You're not going to find a bluer blood program in all of college tennis, men's or women's side, than the Stanford women. They are the gold standard of what success in college tennis, any division, looks like. They have not had a single player stay at Stanford for 4 years and not win a national championship throughout program history. That just speaks to, again, the legend, the lore, the accomplishments of this Stanford program. On the other side, obviously, the hottest program in all of women's college tennis. They have established themselves at the top of the sport over the past half-decade. It's Simon Earnshaw and the NC State Wolfpack. NC State, the only team to knock off top-seeded North Carolina so far in this 2023 season. But the Wolfpack were pushed in their quarterfinal match. On the brink of defeat, they come back. A 3-set win from junior Amelia Rajecki sends NC State with a 4-3 win over Iowa State into today's semifinal. Of course, on the other side, oh my God, was Stanford good in a dominant victory over Texas A&M, a match that they captured for love. With that in mind, Chris Halioris, before we dive into the weeds of each of these individual doubles matchups, A, welcome back, my friend. I hope you enjoyed your hour off. B, what are you looking most forward to about this match?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the hour off. Got to, do the same thing as you, walk around, talk to some people, get out on the grounds. But, yeah, I mean, I think big picture in this match is, I think that Stanford, Texas A&M with A&M Sans Carson Branstein was a very popular pick. But now we're going to get to see how good are they. And to me, NC State's been sort of a Jekyll and Hyde. They'll show up, they won't show up. They played a great match when they beat North Carolina. But, I don't think we expected their match with Iowa State to be as tight as it was. Which NC State do we get? And even bigger picture, how much of it do we get with this impending weather? So those are the things to watch for right now.
Absolutely. And of course, again, North Carolina, Georgia, your other semifinal, available over on Tennis Channel. We'll keep you updated with scores, updates as that match progresses. For what it's worth, the Tar Heels have already beaten Georgia twice this season. Victories in the National Indoor Finals as well as the National Championship. But enough on that matchup. Again, I think we got the better one on our hands here. And, of course, here at the #1 double spot as they make the changeover, we can begin our introductions to the #4 team in the country, off to a 1-love lead. It's the 5th-year Alana Smith. She gets the first year, and I'm going to go ahead and wager, Chris, first and final season of college tennis for Diana Schneider. I mean, if a top 100 player plays 2 years of college tennis, I don't think I should ever have to make the pitch for why this sport is awesome again. But, of course, Schneider, Smith, 4 in the country so far this year. They were dominant against Iowa State. They're 13-2 now overall on the year. 14-2 after their quarterfinal victory. They're taking on another one of the hottest teams in the country. It's the 4th-year senior, Angelica Blake. She's partnered with freshman Alexis Blokina. Blake Blokina, 18-3. Overall on the year. The Stanford team 25-2 overall. I believe they haven't lost a match since the National Indoors back in February. And again, for what it's worth, Blake Blokina, 16 in the country. Monologue complete. Who needs #1 doubles more?
Oh, I think Stanford probably needs it more. I don't expect that to be the way it goes. But, yeah, I think that's going to be a critical one for them in general. The doubles, I think, favors not heavily, but slightly to the NC State women, and that would be a one that Stanford would really need to get to pull this off. And to your former point, I don't think it's, I think it is public knowledge at this point. I think Diana Schneider already came out and said
this would be a one and done.
This was it. She's already made her plans to go.
Yeah, but maybe if they don't win, she'll be like, you know what? I got one more in me. Ball just long off the racket. These are two very similar teams. Blake Smith, the righties, Blokina Schneider, the lefties. And yes, for this Stanford doubles team, they have won a lot of doubles points of late. Our dear friend John J. Parsons says this is the best Stanford doubles lineup he's ever seen. High praise for obviously a guy who's seen a lot of national championships from this Cardinal program. The recipe all year long has been Blake and Blokina at 1, Ma and Shu at 3. Always tough when your match calculus involves a must-win match over Diana Schneider. That, of course, is why this NC State program is who they are. I believe they've lost fewer than 5 doubles points over the past 2 years, Chris. That's pretty good, according to some statisticians.
Yeah, even a junior statistician would say that's pretty good.
Absolutely. I do want to take us straight to court 2, though, where we've got breakpoint deciding point chances. It's also breakpoint chances for Smith and Schneider on court 1. You see here, deciding point on 2. And I'll tell you what, the single biggest upset of the day in this match might be if Choi and Yepafanova beat Miller and Rajecki. Miller and Rajecki, number 2 doubles, of course, in this lineup. Just a ho-hum number 9 in the country, Chris. And of course, that's what happens when you win the ITA All-American together. Miller in her final season, Rajecki the junior, who of course earned the clinching singles victory. Quarters against Iowa State. This duo 16-3 overall. Just narrowly avoided a loss down match points against the Cyclones in the quarters. Of course, on the near side here, you see 5th-year Sarah Choi. She has the most experience of anyone in this group. Was a part of that 2019 national championship from Stanford. Choi partnered with the sophomore Yepafanova. Again, they've struggled a bit this season relative to their peers. 9-7 overall on the year, and they took a loss to Stanford. Their job today is just to hang around, not allow Miller Rajecki to get an easy point on the board, right?
Yeah, much like we talked about with the Georgia men's number 2 that was always kind of last to finish, plays a lot of unfinished. That's what they want here, is stay in the match, keep it going. If they can get 1 and 3, that's great. If not, then maybe it comes down to you, but you just got to keep it alive. And I don't know that we have any sort of
break back. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think we have any official stats on this, but has to be the largest height disparity of doubles.
Oh, it's up there. Yepafanova, every bit of the 6 foot she's listed at.
Is that all she's listed at? I'm not the tallest guy in the world, clearly, but she looks bigger than 6 foot.
She is listed at 6 foot flat.
Wow.
Sarah Choi listed at 5 foot flat. Chris Alior is a perfect 5'6" in between.
I would need to see Vidmanova
Yeah.
next to Yepafanova to really believe all of that, but
yeah, extra inch for every ova. Well, that overhead's in the bottom of the net. And for what it's worth, these matches were scheduled for 5:30. We had some lightning in the area. There was like, I don't want to say it was showers, but it like sprinkled for like a minute.
Not even. I felt to the point that you were almost wondering, had you been standing underneath some bleachers, you would have thought somebody was like spraying you.
You know when like here in Orlando, you walk from the hotel to your car and you have like the back sweat start to emerge? That's the equivalent of the sprinkle we got, where it's like, okay, like it's a little damp, but dried up pretty quickly, and so we're going to try and sneak in as much play as we can. There are some concerns about storms in the area.
And the wind, for that reason, has picked up on occasion. It is getting, gusty at points, so that'll be a thing to watch for as well. Don't be surprised if you see, especially any lobs or the like, take some detours.
Wow, let's go! That's what we're talking about. Can we go card?
I like to classify my lobs, Alex. They take detours.
Here we go, Sarah! Here we go, Sarah! So good, Sonny! Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's go, card! Here we go, card! Here we go, Stanford!
And you see here on court number 3, it's an early break lead for NC State. They were up breaks. They broke Stanford on all 3 courts to start, Chris. And that's, again, a testament to, we say it, and we'll explain what the system is, but it was about 2.5 years ago, Simon Earnshaw, head coach of NC State, came onto our podcast and emphasized the system that he and his team played with. And I think we beat it to death so much on our shows that, like, now when people come on and they talk about NC State, they go, look, I know Simon has the system in doubles. And I'm like, it's real. We've normalized it. But the system is very straightforward. Any short ball move in. If your opponents are 2 up, low center. Get to the net, be the aggressors, and look to do that, as Sophie Abrams did. Cross aggressively. Abrams, the junior, transferring over from Memphis in her 2nd year with the program. She's partnered with junior Abigail Renshelley. Renshelley, Abrams, 14-6 overall in the year. They've their last 7. I believe last 8 now if you include their victory over Texas A&M. So excuse me, now 15-6 overall. They've won their last 8 decisions. That's Renshelley serving at on the far side. 2-love, 30 all. Schneider-Smith again continuing to do their thing at 1. Shockingly, it's the number 2 position where Stanford is most competitive thus far.
Old keeps that a break lead at 3-love.
And let's go to 1. That scoreboard's behind. Is it 2-love? Is it 3-love or 2-1, right? Because didn't Schneider and Smith serve first?
It looks like it says 2-love on the far scoreboard.
Yeah, so maybe everything's just a little off here.
No. Schneider and Smith broke to start the match.
Oh, you're right. You are right. So it is 2-love. Meanwhile, 2-all on 2. I was going to say, I knew we saw a break. So much tennis throughout the day, who can keep track? And of course, earlier, it's worth mentioning, 3 of our 4 men's quarterfinal winners, they dropped doubles points. According to Bobby Knight, it's the first time since 2014 where 3 quarterfinals teams have advanced after dropping doubles points.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby. I didn't even have that one off the top of the brain. No, it is 3-love. Don't you ever impugn my memory again. Just kidding. You're always allowed to impugn. It is 3-love. I was positive I saw Smith and Schneider
you're
serve
right.
first.
When they broke it,
Yeah,
and
it was
1-love already.
exactly.
The first game. Yeah.
That was actually my bet. It's like I remember them breaking for 2-love. I don't know who served first,
Yeah.
but I remember it being a 2-love break. That's
and
hilarious.
You can see, as we've talked about, a little bit of the wind. Gallica Blake here. Okay, you see that start getting blown. It's getting a little windy.
And all that's just a testament to, again, there are some thunderstorms looming in the area right now, according to my iPhone's weather app. Does that count as an unofficial plug? You're welcome, Apple. I'll wait for the residual. 50% chance of rain at 7, 8. Drops at 9 p.m. to just 40%. It's 40% the rest of the way after the night.
It's okay as long as when it does rain, we don't get the downpour we got last night.
Absolutely.
That took all night to dry.
Yeah. Or if it's a downpour, you get 2 minutes. You can downpour for 2 minutes on us.
And then it's got to stop.
Break the seal, but be done with it.
If we get tarps in tennis, I do that in baseball. It's the national campus. I feel like we should have like automated tarps that just roll out.
That's actually a very good point. A little upset we didn't think about it earlier. Schneider Smith split the middle. Again, a 3-1 lead here. They're up a break. Let's go to court 2. Some troubles for that looks like Amelia Rajecki. And yeah, it is heavy winds. Yeah, and that cross-court forehand was pushed just that much further by the wind. The wind going right to left on our screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, right to left here. Abrams and Rochelle a shot at 4-love, but Choi and Yepafanova
started down a break at 2-love.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Now they're on the verge of 2 consecutive breaks.
Really well done by Stanford. Dipped low at the feet of Miller, who's always going to have 1 foot looking to poach. Let's go over to court 3.
Let's go. Let's go, Card.
Abrams, Rensheli, the all-junior pairing. Deuce point shot at 4-love.
Say it, Alex.
De facto match point. There it is.
There we go, Joe. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Lex. Let's go, Lex.
And it goes into the net. So 3-1 lead here on court number 3. Again, Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Appreciate all of you tuning into the stream, especially you, Tony. I know you love what Chris and I have done so far. Of course, what we're going to do, since we have just 1 match to focus on here, get to lock in on all 3 of these doubles courts.
And music all day. I know you see that scoreboard. That is just a video thing. Trust me, it's not doing that on the...
Wow, so good, Lex! Let's go, Lex! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, Joe. Let's go, Card!
Interesting. I didn't notice that till you just brought it up. Yeah, it is flashing a little in the background, huh?
There's certain sites around
Let's go!
scoreboards during a match. You see that kind of, it looks like it's blinking, like strobe light blinking.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stanford's woken up.
There we go, Card.
After slow starts, they were down 2-love on all 3 courts. Blake and Blokina breakpoint chances back to get us on serve. Schneider took a big cut line. It didn't work. Break back to Stanford. We've got ourselves a doubles point. And if you've tuned in at all to this NCAA tournament, let's go over to court number 3, please. As Abrams and Rincelli are in trouble. 3 love. They had a chance at 4 love. Now love 30 down. This is open here on the near side.
Let's go! Here we go, Card. Here we go, Card. Let's go, Card. Let's go, Card. Here we go, Stanford.
Great volley there.
And look how snugged up to the net Rincelli is. If you get your racket on that ball, the volley's going over. And that right there is the epitome of the system, the aggression NC State is going to play with on doubles on all 3 courts. That was a little lucky.
Got away with that for sure. Big opportunity to hold. Look, 5 minutes ago, NC State was up a break on 2 courts and on serve in the other. If they were to get broken here, they'd be back on serve on 2 and down a break in 1 and in the hole. So big potential hold here for Abrams. Not that easy. They're going to have to do it on a deuce deciding point. Let's see who's going to take that return for Stanford.
Here we go.
We're going on to the bad side. Shelly got the ball up the net before.
Wow, Sophie Abrams goes big line, it works. A bold choice is rewarded as we go back over to court number 1. Looks like Schneider and Smith have themselves chances to regain that break lead. Smith upset by something happening in the crowd. For what it's worth, I don't think I ever introduced that 3 doubles team for Stanford. Sophomores Valencia Shu, Connie Ma. Ma, of course, last year's NCAA singles finalist, the duo of Ma and Shu. 17-2 overall in the year. I'm no statistician. That's pretty good, is it not?
Not bad.
Oh, Alexis Blokina finds the line. We're finding lines early.
I'm seeing lots of the girls going for the balls down the line. I love to see
Here we go, Joe. Let's go.
a couple balls playing safe cross-court rallies, and then they're going for the ball down the line. Just wide. That will bring up a couple break chances here for Schneider and Smith.
3 all on court 2. 4-1 Abrams, Rincelli up that break on 3. Chances for Smith, Schneider, number 4 ranked team in the country. Take a break lead on 1.
Right down the middle.
That's why This duo has had so much success all season long. There's not a shot they can't hit. And when you have the weapons of Schneider, honestly the weapons of Smith as well. Smith's been a top 5 doubles player the last 2 seasons she's been healthy, whether it was with Anna Rogers back in 2021, now obviously here with Diana Schneider. It says 3-all. That's not right, is it? Yeah, we'll update that to 4-2. As let's go back over to court number 3 while they fix this scoreboard. Middle solves the riddle.
The only thing that kept that high ball in was that right to left wind. It looked like it was going to be sailing out, and it just kept floating and landed just inside the line in the doubles alley.
But then again, that's the epitomization of the system. Middle, low, no easy opportunities for your opponents. When in doubt, get 2 up to the net. It's routine doubles, and NC State makes it look really good. Sure that was out?
Ooh.
You want to just play that? 4-3, Choi Yepafanova leading on 2 for Stanford. She didn't need it. She's like, I saw the first one. It felt good. Let's try again.
If you both want to stand on the other side of the court, I'll just go down the line. No problem.
We always say you may make a shot once. You're probably renting it. If you make it twice in a row like that, you just own that ball. Sophie Abrams owned that return. And now 5-1 lead here for the Wolfpack on 3. Got to take 2 of these 3 double sets happening simultaneously to take the doubles point. Team that does that will take 1 love lead into singles. Valencia Shu says, I can find the line.
That wasn't even that close to the line. Sophie Abrams just gave her all kinds of room, and she took it.
Can we put court 1 in our big screen, please? Schneider-Smith closing in on a 5-2 lead. Quick doubles everywhere, by the way, as UNC's up pretty big on Georgia in the doubles point as well. Again, that match happening over on Tennis Channel.
There we go.
To hold for 5-2. So NC State is 1 game away from sets on 1 and 3. That would give them a 1 love lead coming out of this doubles point. Let's go back to 3.
Here we go.
Down a double break, but an opportunity here, or 4, to get 1 of those breaks back.
Break point fought off.
Here's a card. Here we go, Lex. Got this, Lex. Let's go. Play tennis. Let's go. Let's go, Sasha. Here we go, Joe. Right here, right now. Let's go.
Ridiculous wheels.
Got there.
Yeah, I don't even think Abrams and Rincelli are going to make a case that it was a double bounce. Connie Ma was clearly there. So Stanford stays alive on 3.
Yes,
But man, are Smith and Schneider good.
Here we go, card.
they'll be the favorites probably to capture the NCAA doubles title, assuming we don't lose Diana Schneider to French Open first round play. Scheduled final of the NCAA doubles individuals, same day as the start of first round play at the French Open.
Tough blow for college tennis fans, but if she's in, no way she's not going.
Ridiculous hands. To even extend that rally, but better closing from Blake and Blokina.
So good, Sarah. Get that foot, Sarah, dude. Here we go, champ. Right here, Joe.
5-3 Choi Yepafanova. They've taken a couple of deciding points consecutively on 2. This looks a lot like what we saw for NC State against Iowa State. 1 in 3 doing the heavy lifting, as they did in that quarterfinal match.
There we go, right? There we go, right? There we go, champ. Let's go, right?
Smith attempted to tee off on that softer second serve. Blokina handled that well. Now 3 game points. Keep the match going here. Pass down the line, they'll do just that. Make it 5-3. Going to force Schneider and Smith to attempt to serve it out here.
Amelia Rajecki serving to extend the set on 2 for NC State right now. Unclear to me if it's Connie Ma or Valencia shoots, because it's in your small screen, but again, you see the 5-2 lead for NC State on 3. They are certainly in control right now here in doubles.
So good. Let's go.
Big serve, big forehand. Easy put away for Smith.
I love how casual she makes it look as well.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give to be able to still spike overheads like that. Aggression, 2 up. Smith pinched in so tightly to that net.
There we go.
And now it's match points. A despondent-looking Alexis Blokina.
That'll do it. Alana Smith puts that one away. First match off the court to NC State. We'll turn to a split screen
where
here.
it's match points for Choi and Yepafanova. And now it's a match point for Abrams and Rincelli as well.
Dual deciding point match points simultaneously here. That ball catcher.
It's a set for Stanford. Choi Yepafanova, 6-3 at 2. First serve miss, so it's a look at the second serve here. Sophie Abrams returning on that ad side. That is Valencia Xu serving. They baited Abrams to go line. She took it, and with it, she takes the doubles point for her and NC State. It's a 6-2 win here at the number 3 spot, delivering the clinch. ACC teams off to a strong start. NC State takes a 1-0 lead, and for what it's worth, North Carolina was even more dominant. They earned definitive victories as well in doubles. So, UNC 1-0 up on Georgia. That match available on Tennis Channel. Here, of course, we get to lock in on NC State Stanford. Wolfpack 1-0 lead over the Cardinal. Chris Halioris, your reaction?
I think kind of the result we expected, but at the same time, a very good performance for Choi and Yepafanova too. Something I would say that maybe I didn't really expect there, but in the end, doubles point to NC State, and boy, my thoughts on that are just Schneider and Smith are good.
Yeah, the system pays dividends again. One love lead for NC State. We'll have 6 singles matches coming up as our coverage continues. Going to step away for a moment for Chris Halioris, our super producer Daniel Westoff, and everyone who contributes to today's broadcast. I'm Alex Gruskin. You're watching our Cracked Racquets coverage of the 2023 NCAA Division I Women's Team event. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back in, everyone, to our Cracked Rackets coverage of these 2023 NCAA Division I women's semifinal matches. Alex Gruskin here, obviously the one we're locked in on. Number 3 NC State takes the doubles point against number 7 Stanford. For what it's worth, number 1 UNC did the same against number 4 Georgia. That match available over on Tennis Channel. This one's going to be our focus, and what we'll do here, stay in a 3-box. Start out by jumping court to court, introduce all of our singles matches, give you names, give you records. Turn to Chris Halliors, who of course joins me here in the booth for the tactical advantages he sees on each court. So really fun battle at the top spot. Again, 2 of the top 15 players in the country. Diana Schneider, number 7 in the nation. Of course, top 100 WTA player. She's 18-3 overall in the year. Won her quarterfinal match over Iowa State 0-0. And it's not as though Iowa State's one's a nobody. Tasipur Naklau is a top 50 player in the country. Didn't matter. 0-0 for Schneider in the quarters. Different sort of test today, though. She's taking on the sophomore Alex Yepifanova. Yepifanova, she's got the pedigree, 29 ranking in the country, 21-2 overall in dual match play. Chris, tactical advantage, your thoughts here?
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting match because matchup-wise, this is the kind of match that Schneider likes. She wants pace. She doesn't like the crafty, give me the junk balls kind of thing. She just wants to flat out hit balls, and Yepifanova's going to hit balls. So it's really strength on strength here. Yepifanova's going to hit power. Schneider's going to absorb the power and push it right back, and we're going to see who comes out on top.
It's an opening 1 love hold for Schneider. Turn court 1 into court number 4 as again we continue our introductions of all of these matchups. Alana Smith, the 5th year, missed all of last season out with injury, healthy once again in her final year on the job. Smith 21-6 overall on the season. Finds herself currently sitting up at number 13. Not too shabby in the ITA ranking. She's taking on number 18, Connie Ma. Ma, the sophomore, last year's NCAA singles finalist. A little more up and down this season, 15-5, which for most people would be good. Connie Ma's not most people, Chris. Your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. It's been the up and down nature of Connie Ma, and we're finally seeing a healthy Alana Smith. I think this is a really intriguing matchup. I'm not sure which way I want to lean here. Smith's got a lot of weapons that I think we just don't see her employ a lot, and I think she's going to need to do some of that in this match if she wants to come out on top. Connie Ma, I think you mentioned last year's singles finalist. She can play. I think she is going to give Alana Smith all she can handle here, and I might actually lean Connie at 2. Just looks frustrated so early. Would much rather see. Still got a deciding point coming. Keep a positive attitude.
It is an opening break for Connie Mon. Look, after dropping the doubles point, how strong Schneider is at 1. All due respect to Yepifanova, but I think court 2 becomes a must-win here, Chris, for Stanford as we move over to court number 3. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I don't see a pathway to 4 without the NCAA reigning finalist Connie Mon looking like herself once again. You could also say that same must-win mentality applies here on court number 3. Angelica Blake has been a rock for the Stanford Cardinal this year, the 4th year. So impressive, 20-2 overall in dual match play. Earned a straight set victory over freshman Mia Kupris. NCAA quarterfinal, she's taking on the superstar, the clincher, Amelia Rajecki. Rajecki's 3-set win over Iowa State, sending this NC State team to the semifinals. Rajecki currently 26 in the nation. Blake number 44. Thoughts on this matchup? Who you got, Chris?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, Rajecki's been great, especially at this 3 spot. She's, I think, 15-1 in the 3 spot. At the same time, Angelica Blake's been really good too. I don't really know where I want to lean here. I think it's going to be a matter of can Rajecki use her weapons to the advantage. I think that's the call for her. If she can force her will here, I think she comes out on top.
They both have really good weapons. Blake certainly the more consistent of the two, but that doesn't mean she lacks in power. Watch Angelica Blake drive a backhand down the line. You'll understand exactly what I mean. Game point chances here for Blake to consolidate her early break lead. You see a couple of early breaks already on your screen.
That forehand for Rajecki.
Yeah, that's indicative of the power.
Yeah, they've both got some power, but that's what she's going to look to do, and I think that's where I just say, if she's successful, she's not going to stop trying. If she makes more than she misses, she's probably going to have an edge. There consolidates that break. He's up 2 love.
Two love for Blake. Let's go over to court number 4. Again, we'll introduce everything, then we'll start scoreboard watching here on court number 4. How about this? It's a must-have for Stanford, no doubt. And maybe the biggest shock we got of the quarterfinals was watching freshman Alexis Blokina not just win her match against Texas A&M, but to beat the 5th-year J.C. Goldsmith. A 3-set win for Blokina. She's had a day off to recover. Blokina 15-6 overall in dual match play. She's taking on the junior Abigail Renchelli. Renchelli a little hot and cold to start this year. Really, throughout the year. We are in May. I think we've started. Renchelli 15-7 overall. By the way, I should have clarified this earlier. Stanford, red top, white skirt. NC State, white top, red skirt. Same color, so it might get a little tricky. It's Stanford going red on top. Again, NC State going with the whites, just for those curious.
Yeah, you mentioned this is probably, after dropping doubles, another must point for Stanford. Relative to the rest of the lineup, one of the weaker spots in the NC State lineup. You've got to take advantage here.
Cheated forward a little too much. Rensheli saw that split step, recognized it immediately. Very nice defensive lob.
Oh, some good wheels there by Blokina, just making Rensheli hit one more ball.
Let's go, Pat!
And now a couple break points to go up. Double break. Exactly what they need here.
I just love how Blokina gets outside the ball on her ground strokes. Ability to generate angle, hit Rensheli out of the center. That's going to be key tonight. Too big of a swing on that one, though. You could tell she knows. She tried to flatten it out.
Yep. She wants it, but a good start here in the middle of the lineup for Stanford. Angelica Blake now 3-love. Blokina, one more break opportunity for 3-love here as well.
Really well done by freshman Alexis Blokina. Double break, 3-love lead. All right, we'll take you over to court number 6 here. 5 on a changeover. We'll leave it on your screen. I see an Alana Smith request, so let's throw court 2 on your screen, please. In lieu of court number 4, court 2, please. Court 2 in that court 3 place. Again, we're skipping over court number 5 for a moment. We'll get back to them post-changeover. This feels like it could be the swing match, Chris. This match at court number 6. If you like long, grinding tennis, this will be the court for you. Gina Dittman earned a 3-set victory over Iowa State in the quarterfinals. Dittman, the junior transfer coming over from Northern Arizona, has fit like a hand in a glove on this NC State roster. 18-6 overall. Get on the 5th-year national champion, Sarah Choi.
gets over. That record you mentioned for Dittman has played a little higher in the lineup. 9-1. Actually, I don't remember if she won or lost the other night, but 9-1 coming into the week, in the 6th spot. So she's been very good at 6.
Might as well take a line shot. Love 30. This is going to be a very steady match. Again, who's going to be the more willing to be the aggressor, the more willing to change direction, go down the line. And Alex Gruskin here, joined by Chris Halioris. NC State taking the doubles point, meaning they'll need just 3 singles victories. Stanford going to need 4.
They've gotten off to an okay pace start here, but I'm with you in thinking that if this match is close and we end up in a 3-2 to 3-all type situation, it is very likely this could be one of those last matches on.
Yeah, breakpoint chances here for Dittman. All these matches, 2 out of 3 sets, no ad scoring. Deuce point is a deciding point. Dittman just a little long on that forehand return. Dittman does break 4-4-1. That is the most definitive lead for this NC State Wolfpack thus far. Let's put court 2 on the big screen for the deciding point. Can you make court 6 court 1? Smith breaks back for 2-all. So we'll keep those top 2 courts on the side of your screen to introduce our final singles matchup. We head now over to court number 5. I also think this is another must-win for Stanford. Valencia Hsu last night looked excellent. In her match against A&M's, I'm blanking on who she played. Who plays behind Goldsmith? Oh, Daria Smetanikov, the freshman.
I think it's tough to call it. While we can pick some out, it's tough to call the must-wins other than to say, look, NC State, you have to favor Schneider at 1.
Yeah, sure.
They've already got doubles, which means Stanford basically has to win 4 out of the bottom 5. So,
So yeah,
pick your 4.
5 is important. Fair enough. As you see, Diana Schneider is up that break lead on 1, looking to consolidate for 4-3. Schneider plays so quick as well. Here on court number 5 again, Shu, the sophomore. 15-6 overall in dual match play, taking on the junior Sophie Abrams. Abrams has run hot and cold. When she's looked good, she's looked very good. 16-8 overall in dual match play. Abrams last night, though. Is it fair she got beaten down pretty easily?
Yeah, that was
2 nights ago, excuse me, by Iowa State.
Right.
It was Cabezas, I believe, for Iowa State with the straight set victory, 1-6, but she was down a set and a break in about 50 minutes. Right now, Abrams grinding here on 5. You see the 4-1 lead for Schneider on court 1. I apologize, I left that up during the changeover. Was distracted by the fact that they're playing with only 5 courts in UNC, Georgia. Some issues on the second singles court, meaning they're playing just 5 singles matches at once. Now, you see on your screen, UNC versus Georgia, available. I like that Westhoff calls it the Tennis Channel instead of just available on Tennis Channel. Westhoff, drop the. It's cleaner that way. Shout out Facebook.
The Tennis Channel. There's only one.
Yeah, exactly. No, but this one's on the. Yeah. So if you're looking for UNC Georgia, that's the place for you.
If you're here to stay with us, we'll check in periodically and give you a score update. Currently midway through their first sets, much as we are. North Carolina leading that match after taking the doubles 0.10.
Abrams holds 4-3-2. Let's put court number 1 back in the big screen. Actually, court number 2 in the big screen, please, as Connie Ma has break point chances to retake a break lead on 2. See David Secker, assistant coach for this NC State squad. I will be shocked if he is not a head coach after this offseason. Who wouldn't want to hire that man? Watching what he and Simon have done, not just here, but at Armstrong, a Division II powerhouse back in the day as well.
Let's go, Millie. Yeah,
Of course, we know why Stanford associate head coach Frankie Brennan hasn't gone anywhere. It's because he wants to be the Stanford head coach one day. Eventually, after all the success she's had, you figure Lele Farouk, head coach for this Stanford squad in her 23rd season, eventually she'll probably hand off the reins. Keyword being eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Who knows how long eventually.
The point is Frankie's
Might
like,
be.
I like winning. So he's not going anywhere.
She might go the Manny Diaz route.
Age gracefully throughout the course of her tenures at the Manny Diaz route.
Oh, just say he's decided that, he loves it. He's staying around for quite a while.
Absolutely. All right, let's put court 1 on the screen. Diana Schneider serving for a 6-1 first set as Alana Smith does hold for 3-2. We'll make a complete court switch on the side. Again, let's put 1 on the big screen. Take me to courts 3 and 4, please, though. Oh, excuse me, yeah. Let's go 3 and 6, actually. 3 and 6, please. Angelica Blake, 4-1 lead on 3 for Stanford. Gina Dittman, a 5-1 lead for NC State on 6.
let's go, Pat.
Shout out to your analysis, Chris. Thus far, Diana Schneider has eaten up the pace of Alexandra Yepafanova.
Yeah, if we get to watch much of this match, it will be interesting to see if Yepafanova tries to throw in a little variation, give her a little off pace, give her some different balls, but not just all power.
Or as we call it here in college tennis, if she tries to Chloe Becker. I just don't think she can Chloe Becker. That's not Yepifanova's game. Yepifanova wants to be playing Yepifanova wants to do what Schneider's doing.
Right.
Schneider's just better at it.
Exactly.
At least thus far.
Question for you, Ruskin. Our friend John J. Parsons, we know is out there. Which side is he sitting on? He's a Stanford guy?
He's sitting on the
He loves
Stanford
North Carolina.
No, he's sitting on the Stanford side.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would assume.
Yeah, that's what top 100 weapons look like, folks. The big inside-in forehand to set up the down the line means it's set points Schneider. Didn't we start singles 20 minutes ago, Chris?
Yeah.
Her first 3 sets here in Orlando, bagel, and potentially breadstick. Carbo loaded in all the right ways. It's a breadstick.
Maybe she's just a Panera and Olive Garden kind of girl.
There is a Panera right near this USTA National campus where every team has done a tour here this week. Business is booming. A lot of, what's the Frontega chicken sandwiches fired in and out. I was thinking, what's my go-to? As it is 6-1, let's go to court 6, please. A couple of 5-1 leads here. Lopsided first sets on 1, 3, and 6. Can you make court 1, court 4, by the way? We'll put court 3 in the big screen. And 5-2 on 6. Dittman to serve for the set. How about that? Rensheli 3-2, keeping the gap narrow. Westhoff, can you actually make court 4, court 2, please? Alana Smith, breakpoint chances for 4-2.
Jackie here at 5-1, double breakdown. Probably more than anything, just looking to find something that's going to work heading into that second set. What a big serve. You see the weapons. The question is, can she hit them consistently? So far, Angelica Blake has had the answers.
Let's go to 6 on the big screen. We'll keep 3 on the side there just because, obviously, we don't want to miss that Blake service game for the set. Meanwhile, junior Gina Dittman looking to make it 2 quick first sets at the corners. NC State already getting that breadstick from Schneider on 1. Breadstick had a little Parmesan on it, Chris, too. It was tangy. Yeah, you didn't even see a challenge there from Choi. Knew she missed that one. Why? Look, Gina Dittman played number 1 at Northern Arizona. Yes, she's 6 on this roster. She's not your father's 6. 1998, this is not. Like you can't do that at sticks usually.
Somehow I know that was a dig, seeing as I was 8 years out of my college playing days in 1998.
Okay, then I'll say 1988. This is not. Sorry. I gave you the extra decade, my friend.
I appreciate it. Last one long from Dittman, but still 2 points away here.
Look, Sarah Choice played a 3-set match or two in her day, but she's got to change something up tactically. Gina Dittman is inside the baseline, and I'm going to go a little Ariana Grande on you here, Chris Hallior. She has Choi moving side to side. Jackie looking to extend the set. She's able to do so. Breaks for 3-5. Connie Ma looking to get the break back at 2. Yeah, that's Sales. All right.
You can see why this match has the earmarks of being one of the longer ones, even though they may get to the finish line first before many of these in the first set, but only because somebody seems to just miss a hair long eventually, but neither one of these two in any hurry to push the pace or get to the net. Even on some short balls we've seen here this game, Dittman's had a couple short balls, easily could have followed in, content to backpedal to the baseline and play the rally game.
Yes, well, let's go. We're going to keep walking. Let's go.
Dittman goes wide. Choi fights off a couple of set points. Set extended. Can we put 2 in the big screen? Deuce point coming up here for Alana Smith. Connie breaks back. On serve 3-4 here on court number 2. Let's put 6 back in the big screen. We'll make court 2 court number 4. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Doubles to NC State. Wins at the 1 and 3 spots. They also have a set to break lead already. Diana Schneider 6-1, 1-love up over Yepafanova at the top spot.
Keep an eye in the top left there. We may swap that into the big screen if Angelica Blake gets to a set point here, 30 all.
And I'm starting to think we should just keep Diana Schneider on our screen, because if we don't have her for the next 20 minutes, we're not going to get to see her. So can you make court 4, court 1, please, Westhoff? Grazie.
see it. Dittman's missed all of her misses, just seem to be long, which is a good sign in general. You like that they're hitting out, not dropping them in the net or spraying the balls. Just bring it back just a hair.
Four, 5 for check. He did hold. Keep that on our screen, as obviously Blake will serve for the set here coming up. That time Dittman induces the long ball. Now we've got a deciding set point, break point here for Dittman on court 6. Yeah, still very early. This would be just the second first set off the board. Look, it's twofold. Sarah Choi is going to grind, but she does not have a weapon to hurt Gina Ditt with. That is very clear, and Dittman using that forehand. Pinpoint accuracy secures her a 6-3 first set. Let's make court 6, please. Court number 4. Excuse me, court number 2. 6 becomes court 2. First 2 first sets belong to North Carolina State. Schneider Dittman at 1 and 6. Noise levels start to increase across the grounds. Cardinal fans feel the necessity, dare I say, for Angelica Blake to just get the ball rolling. That's
Beautiful.
the firepower.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with this NC State team, that aggression we see in doubles, it translates to the singles court. As Alana Smith holds for 5-4 on 2. Take me to court 4, please, there. Break point chances for Rajecki to extend the set. Schneider a shot at a set and a break lead.
Schneider is a set and a break already. Make it 2. Schneider now a set and double break relay. So the winner of this match will play in the NCAA final against the winner of the other match going on right now between North Carolina and Georgia.
Absolutely, as Rajecki does extend the set to 5-all, 6-1-3 Love Schneider. You make court 1, court 5. Actually, don't make court 1, court 5. I apologize. I didn't do a good enough job keeping track. Valencia Shu does put a set on the board for Stanford. 6-3 set for the sophomore at 5. I know a guy who said that was a must-win for Stanford. I hear that guy's pretty handsome. 6-3 set for Shu. So that's 3 first sets off the board. Let's put all of our remaining first sets on your screen. Can you make court 1, court 2, please? Sorry, Diana Schneider, 6-1-3 Love. We'll get back to you, hopefully.
Doubtful.
Yeah.
Shelley's fought back against looking at a 4-all.
Boy, does this remind me of the Michigan match we saw earlier, Chris. Michigan TCU, a men's quarterfinal. The first sets on courts 1 and 6, they happened pretty quickly. But there was this conglomeration of endings. Courts 2, 3, 4, and 5. They all went the way of TCU. Horned Frogs never lost momentum after that. And you just feel like we're in that 10-minute zone here. We're one of Stanford, NC State with these endings here, 2, 3, and 4. NC State with the first sets on 1 and 6. Court 5 going to Stanford. Here's your moment.
Good.
Well, I thought both of them missed.
Yeah, I thought Blake was deep and I
As
thought
did I.
Rajecki was wide.
And so from 5-3 down, Rajecki's got 2 game point chances here, 4-6-5. First sets in the books for North Carolina and Georgia. North Carolina takes 3 first sets. Georgia gets just 2. North Carolina taking the doubles point as well. Six, 1 for Love Schneider. He has lost 3 games here in Orlando. As Rajecki holds 4-6-5, let's go to court number 1 here instead of court 3. Meanwhile, we'll put court number 2 on the big screen. Five all on court 2. 5 for Rensheli on court number 4. And look, I talked to Coach David Secker, I should say associate head coach, assistant coach, whatever his formal title is for NC State, prior to the start of this match. He said our team was well aware we were lucky to escape that quarterfinal. Beautiful coverage at the net there from Alana Smith. If you can, let's make court 4 court 3 just so we have eyes on it when they get back. But you very much see, this is just a completely different NC State team here tonight. They look tight. Did not play their best tennis on Wednesday against Iowa State. They are flexing their muscles here right now. Here, yeah, Millie in the background. It's because Amelia Rajecki's on the charge. 3 straight games from 5-3 down on court number 3. 2 first sets to NC State, courts 1 and 6. Stanford taking a first set on 5. .40-15 now for Smith. Lord have mercy. Put court 1 on our big screen. It might just be a deuce point deciding point for 5 Love Schneider. Indeed it is. Ay, ay, ay. Alex Yepifanova's really good, too. I have seen her do this to so many people.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of happy singles players if indeed she has to take off to head to Roland Garros.
Laughably excellent. laughably excellent, Chris.
Just so good.
Sometimes you just ask yourself what we're doing here. And I've seen some really good college players during my time. Now, am I the scholar that the GOAT Colette Lewis is? No. I even would give Bobby Knight the notch over me on Mount Rushmore. Certainly not you. But those two, absolutely. I've seen, though, the Danielle Collinses, the Nicole Gibbs, Mallory Burdette was so good during her time at Stanford. I don't know if I've seen a buzzsaw quite like Schneider in my time. I mean, he makes Ben Shelton look, Ben Shelton's 2022 look pedestrian. It is 6-5 there. Breaker coming on 3. Let's make court 2, court 4, please. Again, just 3 first sets remaining. NC State with the first sets on 1 and 6. Stanford, that first set on 5. They have to have 3 and 4 because they're going to be down 2-love here for a while. And we said it. You feel like against this NC State team, when they're firing on all cylinders, you are spotting them a 2-love lead. As good as this Stanford roster is, quite a deficit to have to overcome. And this is going to be the second straight night, by the way, where Schneider might finish her match before multiple first sets are done.
Yeah.
I love this sport. Oh, Rajecki does not like the call. Let's put court 1 on the big screen. Blink and you might miss it. Schneider serving for the win. Match points, Schneider. Sure, take a swing. What do you have to lose? As it's set points here for Smith. You go to 1, it's a match point, trump set point. Honestly, if I'm Yepafanova, I'm just calling everything.
Especially if she doesn't have 2 overs already.
Yeah. Well, that's a lesson. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, Chris. Diana Schneider, 6-1-6 love. She has dropped a grand total of 1 game. 1 game. Bagel, bagel, breadstick, bagel. 2-love lead for the Wolfpack. And where to head to next? Probably to our final remaining first sets. Again, if we can make court 6, court number 4, please. 6 becomes 4. These matches were yet to complete a set. Schneider's off the court. As it's a deuce point set point coming up. Another set point here for Alana Smith. Smith takes the opening set, and just given the flow of where things are, that's a big one for NC State. Their 3rd of the match. Let's put Rajecki Blake in the big screen, make court 2, court 6. There is a bright spot for the Cardinal fans. We call them Tree Nation. Tree Nation, I guess. You got a bright spot. You dropped that first set on 6, but for what it's worth, Sarah Choi is up 3-love in the second. And she had all the momentum at the end of the first as well. So honestly, that match, I could have told you 6 hours ago that match was going to go 3 sets. Yeah. Check the tape. I'm pretty sure John Parsons and I discussed it exactly in our previews. Every so often, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I think that's what we've got in our prediction on 6. Similarly, shout out to you, Chris Halliors. You were very definitive. As good as Yepifanova's been, you said Stanford has to have 4 of 2 through 6. Folks, they have to have 4 of 2 through 6. And they're going to need at least 1 3-set win as well. Rajecki was down 5-3 in this first set. The junior has been clutch.
Let's go, Abby. Come on, La. Next one.
Back on serve here for Angelica Blake. Oh, Rajecki she wanted that one.
Look, Blake's been the rock for this Stanford team all season long. Again, the 4th year One more year of eligibility remaining, 20-2 overall, second on the team in wins. If Rajecki beats Blake, I don't see a world where Stanford's winning this match. That technique is pristine. Did you see how much she shortened that backswing at home, folks? That's how you redirect pace. It's really clutch from Blake. Sets up set points on 3. Again, NC State with the win on 1. They got first sets on 2 and 6 as well.
Look at a second here on set point for Blake. She's creeping in. Look how far in she is. Oh, and she throws the racket.
They had to have it. That's why she's celebrating like she just clinched a title. Maybe Angelica Blake starts the momentum turn. 7-6 first set on 3.
I'm not sure I've seen that big a celebration after just winning.
Where have you been
this
this NCAA tournament? We're getting that everywhere.
After the first set, a racket toss 20 feet away.
I think I've seen it after second sets to fourth thirds. But you're right.
That was a long toss, too. That wasn't like drop the racket and celebrate. That was a throw.
And Rincelli fights off a set point. If Blokina can get off here, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off, but if Blokina can get a set here as well, now we're back in the Iowa State position. 3 first sets apiece, but it's 2-0 NC State.
Right.
We've seen this script. Let's see what the freshman Alexis Blokina, serving on the far side, has for us.
Winner down the line from Blokina.
Tough as nails is the freshman, and I have to say it because I'm me, 2022 Maccabi Games winner. Shout out to my fellow Maccabi champion. Blokina 7-5 here on court number 4. 3 first sets apiece. So, put 6 back on the big screen. We have not spent nearly enough time with court number 5. Let's go do so in lieu of that number 4 court position, please. Meanwhile, we'll make court 3 court 2 as well. Gina Dittman was down 3-love here in this second set on 6. She's narrowed the deficit to 3-2, but as you can see, that 3-love was a double break.
You can also see Alana Smith up there, already up a break in the second for NC State. Yes, we're all close. You certainly don't want to see a 3-0 deficit on the scoreboard. Stanford's got to get a couple of these first sets that they got in the earlier ones to get a point on the board in straight sets.
Yes, Bob! So good! So good, Bob!
Points for Dittman as you see Alana Smith setting a break lead on 2. And now Dittman's back on serve, and look, this was the pathway for North Carolina State. I see some people in our group chat referring to it as the cheat code. I think that's kind of funny, so I'm going to take that. I appreciate you guys. It's called crowdsourcing, which is what we do here at Cracked Rackets. The cheat code does its part. 2-0 on the scoreboard, doubles, Schneider. But against Iowa State, they used the cheat code and protected their first sets. That's the pathway that's opening up. First sets for NC State on 1, 2, and 6. 3 through 5 all going to the Cardinal, but they got to flip at least one. And if I was a gambling man, Connie Ma would be the one I turn to, even though she's down a set and a break. Yes, she's a sophomore, but she has that pedigree. Honestly, so does Choi. They're 2 good options, and for what it's worth, Iowa State forced third sets on their 2 good options as well. It was just too big a deficit to overcome.
If you're Stanford here, just even the scoreboard pressure being on serve on 6 will start to add up if it stays that way at 4-3 or 5-4. So Choi would certainly love. Look, she jumped up double break.
Meanwhile, North Carolina's up a set. They're up 1-love after taking the doubles. They're up sets on 1, 2, and 4. They also forced a third set on 3. So it is looking like, as of right now, we may have an ACC tournament final rematch. NC State, the only team to beat North Carolina this year. It would be a battle for a first national championship between the 2 programs. Wouldn't that be special?
I think it would be more special if we split 3-all and had to play an entire match at number 6 for the final.
Oh, between North Carolina and everything's waiting on that?
Yes.
I agree. That's the best case.
I want 3-all, and when they finally get number 6 on, well, they'll get 6 on, obviously, when the first match finishes here, which is maybe Crawley. Yeah, Fiona Crawley at 2 singles is up 6-1, 4-2. That might get them there. But yes, they would probably undoubtedly have maybe a set in and then everybody watching them.
I don't want to go Dana Carvey on you and bring out the church lady, but isn't that special? You think I don't know my 90s SNL, Chris? Yeah, that would be. I think that's what we're praying for.
Yeah.
No thunderstorms and an all eyes on 6 scenario. Of course, that Georgia UNC match available on Tennis Channel.
Personally,
Gina Dittman, 4 straight games at 6. I apologize. As you see, 7-5, 3-love Smith at 2. They're just running out of oxygen. Let's put 5 in the big screen, please, Chris.
I was going to say, personally, it would be even more dramatic if there was a rain delay. And then everybody was watching 6.
Isn't that special?
Yeah.
Except we got pods to record tonight, my friend.
Oh, I didn't say I would be watching.
We'll be tucked in.
Sam Gore could be watching.
Yeah, CC Bellis, Blair Henley on the call over on TC. You think they gave us a shout out?
No.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Blair Bear's a sweetheart.
This is true.
And honestly, I've known CC longer than I've known you. 2017, she called my club tennis nationals here at the national campus. That's 6 years ago. We've both taken a little bit of a step up since then.
What did she call it is what I want to know.
She was great. She was wonderful. That's all I have to say. As you see, 6-3, 4-3, Gina Dittman on 6. Again, Sophie Abrams has even flipped things here on 5.
If you're Stanford, sometime here in the next 15 minutes, the push has to come.
Yeah, let's put 2 in the big screen, because that's where the push has to come. Has to flip 1 of 2 or 6. And look, since you allowed me to bring up the club tennis stuff, thanks, Chris, for doing that. I always had the philosophy you want to peak in the semis. You want to peak in the semis, you coast from there through the finals. Because if you're looking to play your best tennis and haven't yet by the finals, you're in trouble. To me, you want to play that best match in the semis so you know, okay, this is the level we're capable of. We're playing our best going into this final match. It just makes everything feel a little more stress-free.
Here we go. Come on.
And then obviously you want to exceed that peak in the final, but I'm saying...
Which obviously you did in the club final.
No, I did not. We coasted. Two words, strong women. Been riding their backs my entire lives. Yeah, this is the match on 2, it feels like. This game, Connie Ma can just not find her footing.
Yeah, from 30 love to 30 all here, she has got a hold.
Uh-oh.
Boy.
And this is what Alana Smith does so well. And after a disappointing result for her against Iowa State, Alana Smith has responded. The 5th year. Points away here from a double break lead.
Yes, Gina, let's go.
Doesn't get the first one. One more shot at it. Oh, that ball kicks wide, and it's a double break lead for Alana Smith, and that spells trouble for Stanford.
I didn't know you could spell.
I'm working past OH. I
In UGA.
yeah. I'm going from 4 letters. I'm doubling up. We're going to 8.
That's what we call a callback here in the broadcast booth. That's really funny.
Yes! There you go. Come on, Law.
Connie Mott is just totally frustrated here. To use words you like to use here, there is a world where NC State's done in 10 minutes.
Here we go. Come on, Law.
Connie Mott took a rip at that one, but it was just long, I believe.
Yes! Let's go, Gina!
Gotta go, Siri! Millie?
Let's go, Pat! Let's go! Come on, Law. Finish it.
Alana Smith looking to quickly consolidate that second break here.
Go!
And even for someone as good as Connie Ma, boy, 7.55 love seems insurmountable.
Well, tell that to Anna Lukmeyer.
Yeah.
Christina Lukmeyer, who we saw. That's why I can't write this off, is I've seen a deficit like this overcome in this NCAA tournament.
That wasn't 5 love, but I've seen that happen before too. Obviously, we all have. Play long enough, everyone's lost a set from 5 love up.
Yeah, by the way, it's a deuce point for NC State on 6. Sarah Choi, did she just break back for 4 all? She did. 7.55 love, Alana Smith on 2. Jeez Louise, let's go to 6.
That was a hold there, by the way.
Yeah, jeez Louise. Yeah, back.
On 6, because Dittman held.
Hold, thank you. Yes,
Dittman
yes.
held
I
for
appreciate it.
4-3.
Thank you.
Choi just held for 4 all.
Choi breaks back for 4 all. Abrams that 4-3 lead in the second set. For what it's worth, 1 all. I don't know why I find that funny. All these second sets progress. It's 1 all in the second set on 4. It's 2 love Stanford in the second set on 3. So for what it's worth, Angelica Blake now up a set and a break. But yeah, this match is the swing. By the way, I'll say it. It's when at this point, not if, for the Tar Heels. They're up on 1, 6-2, 5-4. They're up on 3, 6-1, 5-2. They're up a break, 6-4, 4-3 at 5. They're also up a break, 3-1 in the third at 3.
Let's go, Millie!
Excuse me, they're up 6-4, 4-3 at 4. So as of right now, if you live in the Atlantic Coast, the ACC's your conference. Flex those muscles. Congrats, you're at it. It was funny. Only 2 ACC teams made the final site here in Orlando after a dominant year from the Atlantic Coast Conference. They had 5 top 16 seeds. You had Duke, Miami, Virginia to the North Carolina State duo. Countless top 25 schools, but only 2 made the final sites. So I was channeling my inner Stephen A. Smith, because that's a beautiful ball there from Dittman. And my Stephen A. Smith take coming into the quarterfinals. ACC overrated? It might be an all-ACC final.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a hot take.
That was a very hot.
Dare I say a first take. I was kidding, let the record show, but that's a Stephen A. Smith take.
This is also why we had all the talk coming into the seedings for the NCAA tournament in general of NC State getting the nod at the 3 seed over Virginia, who dropped to 4, because you'd rather play them in the final than the semifinal.
Come on, Sophie, let's go. Yes, Gina!
I said
Yeah,
Virginia. I
let's
meant
go.
Georgia.
Come on,
Let's
Ross.
go, Pat!
See, I'm just throwing extra ACC schools in there.
Diana. Dittman holds for 5-4, so let's go to court 2, please. Pack play a good 5 minutes. They're going to their first NCAA final.
Right back. Right there, Ross.
Sophie!
Oh, Alana Smith took a big rip at that forehand.
Yes, Sophie, let's go. Right here, Sophie.
Connie Ma trying to extend the match. Again, Gina Dittman a game away here as well.
Right here.
Appreciate all of you who have joined us from the start. Alex Gruskin, Chris Halioris here. Some in the comments may find us annoying. To that I say I appreciate your passion. Let us know what you'd like us to do different. We're here to serve you, College Tennis Nation. Cracked Racquets team so thrilled, honored to be able to shine a spotlight on everything happening in the college tennis world through this NCAA tournament push. Anima does hold to ask the question, but Alana Smith will serve for the match. And all due respect to court number 5, Westhoff, take me to a split screen. Courts 2 and 6.
Let's go, Pat! Here we go, Card.
As you had cut away from 5, Valencia Shu did get the break back there. But as you say, it won't matter if they can't survive one of these two.
Right back, Ron. Come on. Here we go, Ron. Come on. Come on, Ron. Go, Pat. Good.
I'm going to put it as the user 4 question marks put it in our chat. Sarah Choi, please grind like your life depends on it. That's exactly what Cardinal fans need.
She did there, that forehand winner on the last point to get her to 2-15 all.
As Smith is 2 points away. And again, we're just having fun with all of you in the comments section. We don't take any of it personal. I got thick skin, I promise.
Let's go, Ron. Come on. Right there.
Choi 2 points away from extending the match, but Smith's 2 points away from making it 3-0 pack.
Abby.
Thanks, Jay Inman.
Dittman goes long.
This goes Smith.
2-0 Tar Heels. Brantmeyer's 2 points away from making it 3-love Tar Heels. Scotty will serve for her match at 5. So we are one good game away here. Match points Alana Smith.
Second one fought off Connie Ma. One more to come. Choi holds. They are 5-all.
Yeah, let's go court 2, court 2. Connie Ma stays alive. That's something. 5 remaining matches. Quick scoreboard updates as we put court number 6 in your big screen, please. Just make sure we don't have any downtime for you. I know we haven't checked in on Angelica Blake in a while. You all see the 7-6-5-2 lead for Alana Smith. Blake was up 7-6-2 love. Now 7-6-2 all. Stanford leads at 3. 7-5-2-1 Stanford leads at 4. 6-3-4 all. Stanford leads at 5. And the problem, though, for Stanford, all NC State has to do is take care of their sets. 6-3-5 all. Dittman here on 6.
It is now 3-0 North Carolina in the other match, with at worst Elizabeth Scotty getting a chance to serve for it here. Up 5-3.
Come on, Law. Lock it.
Dittman's grinding. She says, okay, Sarah Choi, you want to make this a 100-ball rally? Let's do that. But if you're a Wolfpack fan, you can taste it now. And I don't think we talked enough yet. This NC State team has done everything under Simon Earnshaw. Everything but make an NCAA team final. They are on the precipice of doing so. 10 years ago, this program was a joke. And now they are one of the gold standards in all of Division I women's college tennis.
And that final opponent held off for the moment as Anastasia Lapata for Georgia fought off match point to keep it alive. But Elizabeth Scotty will serve for the match to put North Carolina in the final to face the winner of this match.
And 3-love Tar Heels. We got some questions about that match. Just quickly to address on the scoreboard, Fiona Crawley's in the 3rd position, Can Gillig 4, etc. It's because they're not using court number 2. Had some damage to court 2. It was rendered deemed unplayable.
So the scores that look like 3 through 6 are actually 2 through 5. And the match on court 2 of Gigi Grant and Annika Yarlagata, that is number 6 singles.
Call confirmed. We see what you all see. Certainly close, but the chair was pretty definitive. By the way, Valencia Shu very quietly 6-3-5-4.
Yeah, she got that break back on a deuce point
Yeah.
before all held. And
She's
now
been awesome today.
Yeah.
And the sophomores played great ball down the home stretch.
Sarah Choi's just got to make it matter.
It's all working for
No.
the. We play Let's in college tennis, and that's a little dipsy-do dunkaroo. Off the net cord, into the service box. Dittman once again a game away, but man, I call this pulling a Lukemeyer. If you weren't with us earlier in the NCAA tournament, UCLA had a player at number 6 singles from 6-3. Was it 5-love or 6-3 3-love down?
3-love, yeah.
6-3 3-love down, came all the way back to actually win that match and help UCLA over the line over Duke. Connie Ma has to pull a Lukemeyer here. And I like that. Pulling a Lukemeyer, that's just a fun phrase.
Yeah.
Yes, Sophie.
Put down, ball.
As you see again, 6-3, 6-5. Can we go check in quickly, Westhoff, on court number 4 in place of court number 6 quickly, please? Yes, again, sincerely, we appreciate all of the support, the love we've gotten from all of you in the chat. Positive or negative, we know it's just reflective of the passion so many of you have for our beloved sport. We try to reflect that passion, even when we do sometimes talk too much. I can't help it, I get excited. It's really fun tennis, folks.
And an update, the winner of this match will face North Carolina,
Okay.
who just finished off Georgia 4-0. Elizabeth Scotty served it out.
Tar Heels back to their first final since 2014. Is this the year? I've said it all season long on our podcast for North Carolina. Yeah, they won the national indoors undefeated regular season. It don't mean a thing if they don't get that ring.
Very good Kentucky accent with that.
Thank you. This is where I was wishing if there was a YouTube fashion for like thumbs down, we just get a bunch of thumbs down emojis, just boo.
Yeah.
But it don't mean a thing without the ring. Yes, let's go to 6. Back to 6, please.
Ooh, little opening here for Connie Ma.
It's not a little opening.
It's a big opening.
Yeah, it's a continued opening. Dare I say she's got the mo.
7-5-5 love, and she's now 2 points from getting on serve.
Nina Dittman, though, 2 points away. Westhoff put 6 in the big screen.
Yeah, Abby! Come on!
Yes, Sophie.
Yes!
I'm going to quote 4 question marks again. Grind like your life depends on it, Sarah Choi.
Let's go, Pat.
Yes, Connie Ma has begun to work her way back, but 5-3 is still 5-3. Sarah Choi serving here 5-6. A little more in control of her own destiny. Again, the winner of this to play North Carolina in the final.
Yes, Ross! Come on! Let's go!
Westhoff, can you split 2 and 6?
What a point from Sarah Choi. That's the definition of grind right there. She got inside the service line for one of those balls and immediately
Yeah, it's like
retreated to the
this
baseline.
was a mistake.
I am not coming in
Backing
there.
up, backing up. I saw that too. It's funny. Ani's got break points.
Yes, Sophie.
How did Sarah Choi make that?
Wow, she got caught in no man's land.
Connie,
Got that ball back. I thought it was going to, it looked like it was going wide.
well, I
think
thought, yeah,
that little
100%.
wind had to, just the slightest bit of wind had to
Well,
help.
because that ball was going 3 miles per hour.
Yeah.
The wind was like, we'll take that, thank you. And that was that indecision. Again, she didn't want to move forward. Got lucky there. Game points. Meanwhile, Ma breaks back for 4-5.
From love 5 to 4-5.
Come on, you got this right here.
Stanford up breaks at 3 and 4. This one ain't over yet, folks. Sarah Choi won't go away. The connective tissue from Stanford National Championship teams of past. Again, respectively, if you are a Cardinal fan, you are fine going. If Choi and Ma are the two courts you have to defend, again, I think you feel not fine. But isn't that who you want to ride with if you're Stanford?
I believe Sophie Abrams just broke there in your lower left to go up 6-5, and we'll get a chance to serve to send that match to a third set.
Sneaky important for NC State given the trends on 2 and 6. We spent a lot of time with 6 in the big screen. Can we go back to court 2 in our big screen? Ma serving to stay alive in the match. Was it 5-1 or 5-love Smith in the second set? At least 5-1 Smith led.
It was 5-love. It was 7-5-5 love.
It was 7-5-5 love. You're absolutely
we
right.
talked about how
Ma held for
everyone's come back
1-5.
from
Yeah,
or lost a
100%.
5-love set.
Yeah, she's Luca Meyering.
Yeah.
See, you remember, there's nothing I like more than hearing myself quoted, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, it was 5-love. Connie Ma was trailing. Might have to no longer be called the Lukemire. We might have to call it a Ma. We'll see if she can escape from this game. 15 all. Breaker on 6. It's a 2-love early start. Is that 3-love Dittman? Uh-oh. Can we go back to that split screen? When they're out of the chair on 5, we'll bring it back. No, they're out of the chair on 5, so we'll leave it.
Connie Ma's gone from looking frustrated to looking very confident now.
No, she's gone from looking frustrated to looking like Connie freaking Ma.
To be honest, I was not watching Dittman and Choi in the lower left. Now it updated. I was going to say, how did we go from 1-love 3 minutes ago and still 1-love? It's not.
No, 4-love Dittman leading in that breaker. Let's go back to the split screen. Sorry, Sophie Abrams. Let's go courts 2 and 6.
Now 5-love Dittman. This spells trouble for Stanford. Boy, how big was it that Connie Ma's been able to get this back on serve?
Ooh, Did
that
Smith
an
just get overruled?
I think
Oh,
she
I
did.
think she did too.
Because Connie Ma looked straight at the chair, and it only took half a glance, and she was happy. Indeed.
Overrule. So it is 40-30 Ma. Chances for 5 straight games here in set number 2. You know who's rooting harder for the Cardinal than anyone? North Carolina. They're like, keep playing.
Run.
Midnight,
All night.
1 a.m.
Rain, come
You guys
on
want to
in.
play 3 out of 5?
Yeah.
Connie Ma holds 5 straight games from the sophomore. Ridiculous. And let's go back to the triple box. Abrams is now no longer irrelevant. 5-1 on the turn here for Dittman. Can we put court 5 in the big screen in the meantime? Yes, we can. Nice volley there from Abrams. Yeah, Ma was down 5-love, and if memory has it correct, she was down 3 match points at 5-1. 40-15, I want to say, in that 5-1 game. Yeah, 3 match points. Well, it was 3 match points. It has to be 40-15. There's math for you, Professor.
It's pretty good math.
Thank you. If we can, let's put 6 back in our big screen. 5-1 takes precedent.
Yes, Ma! Here we go, Ma!
Dittman goes wide. That's how you know it's been a long day in the broadcast booth. I almost called you dog. I was like, listen, dog. I don't think it's going to be Connie Ma.
That's not even a normal experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You call.
I'm not a dog sort of guy. Shows you how long we've been in this booth here today.
There you see Coach Earnshaw stepping in. Little word of encouragement to finish this off.
5-2 Blokina on 4. And State kind of needs Sophie Abrams here to just relieve the pressure from Alana Smith's shoulders. Maybe if Smith realizes it's not on her, life gets a little easier.
Yeah, Millie!
Dittman goes long, call confirmed. Yeah, listen, dog. I don't think it's going to be Alana Smith.
Yeah, Abby!
Yes, Ma!
Set point on 5.
And there's a winner from Dittman that was sorely needed after letting this come all the way back to 5-3. Now 6-3 and 3 match points for Gina Dittman.
Meanwhile, Sophie Abrams does force a third, so let's go full on. Not full. Can you make court 5, court 4, please?
Triple match point, but every time Connie Ma and Sarah Choi have been in this situation, they've been able to
Find a way.
find a way to extend it.
Finish it, let's go!
She does for
Fought
one.
off. Smith does have game points for 6-5. Sweet Mother Mary, does she need it? Smith holds for 6-5. Let's go full to 6 here. Match points, 2 left for Gina Dittman.
Let's go!
That's the match for Gina Dittman.
6-3, 7-6. The junior puts point number 3 on the board for the Wolfpack, but the question on all of our minds, where is point number 4 going to come from? And we'll get 3 of our 4 remaining matches on your screen here in a moment. Abigail Rincelli looking to break. And she does break to extend her match 3-5. So let's put court 2 in the big screen. If we can, let's get courts 3 and 4 on the side, please. Courts 3 and 4. Amelia Rajecki serving to force a split on 3. You see that 7-5, 5-3 lead for Alexis Blokina at 4. Love 15 now for Smith, and if you're just joining us, I know many of you may have come over from that Tennis Channel broadcast, UNC 4-0 over Georgia. How did we get here? NC State takes doubles, and as one of our commenters put it, the cheat code. Diana Schneider, 6-1, 6-love. She's dropped just 1 game in Orlando. We just saw Gina Dittman with a straight set win at 6. Those 2 provided 2 of 3 first sets in singles. It was 1-6, and then Alana Smith here at 2 for NC State. Stanford taking first sets on courts 3, 4, and 5. Now NC State's Sophie Abrams just forced a 3rd set on court number 5, expanding the pathway here for the Wolfpack, but they thought it was going to be Alana Smith real easy. She was up 7-5, 5-love. She had 3 match points at 5-1. She can close out the match here for the Wolfpack with 5 more good minutes. Or not.
Okay, we'll throw that one away with 5 more good minutes.
Yeah, starting now. But of course, the Cardinal aren't out of it. Look at the scoreboards. They got first sets on 3 and 4.
Could close it out with 2 good minutes. Oh, that's a double fault from Connie Ma for 30 all. Now the scoreboard pressure becomes real here.
And again, no bigger fan of Connie Ma right now than the UNC Tar Heels, who are begging for another hour of this one. Tar Heels will face the winner of this match in tomorrow's NCAA final. Call confirmed by the chair, so let's go full to 2. Match points again for the 5th year Alana Smith. She was the recruit that started it all for head coach Simon Earnshaw. Ask him. Can she be the one to deliver the Wolfpack to their first final? No! Give me that match point one more time.
Right toss.
Connie Smith goes into the net. And for the first time in program history, NC State is headed to the NCAA final. 4 love over Stanford, clinched by the 5th-year Alana Smith. Sometimes the tennis gods provide us with just the perfect piece of poetry. This is one of those moments, Chris Halioris, as it's Alana Smith, one of the most significant recruits in the tenure of head coach Simon Earnshaw.
Not only is it Alana Smith to do it, but it gives everybody the final they wanted to see in the rematch of that ACC final and North Carolina's first loss of the year. We'll see the Wolfpack and the Tar Heels in the final.
Absolutely. It is going to be an all ACC final. So, is the ACC overrated? The answer is absolutely not, as it's 2 state teams from the ACC, from the state of North Carolina, UNC, NC State, 1-1 head-to-head between the two thus far, but it's the matchup we all expected. It's the matchup most predicted in college tennis ranks bracket challenge, of course. And it's the matchup we deserve. The unequivocal 2 best teams. Tar Heels, Wolfpack, for all the marbles. Chris Halioris, your reaction to it all?
I mean, boy, that was a really tight at the end 4-0 match for sure. Stanford was giving a push, and Alana Smith, I credit to her from 7-5-5 love to give it up to 5-all and then have, yes, Gruskin, the gumption.
Yes.
To get the next 2 games and finish it off without going to a breaker. Great fight by her to stay in it.
Gumption alert indeed. So, Chris Halioris, do you need a break, or are you ready to roll right into our recaps here? You tell me.
Oh, we're rolling.
All right, well then, for all of you tuning in on the stream right now, obviously if live tennis is what you're looking for, we understand if you're going to turn away now. For what it's worth, we will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. for Division III individual coverage, 12 p.m. for the start of the NCAA men's semifinal matches. That said, we got a little bit of a show for all of you today. What Chris Halioris and I are going to do now, and Chris, I'm going to ask you make your Zoom camera centered, etc., so that we can go back to us. We're going to record a live edition here of the Mini Break podcast, and we're going to recap everything that happened on the men's side of things here today. Now, we're going to do a women's semifinal as a podcast later. Myself, John Parsons, will get to that. But if you want to catch up on everything happening in the Division I college tennis world, this will be the show for you. And with that in mind, yes, super producer Daniel Westoff,